Hey there, CrossFit athletes. Let's go ahead and talk about the intentions for tomorrow's WOD. Should be fun. This is going to be programmed in such a way to where it should be an opportunity for those of you that have just learned how to do some handstand push-ups, either a skill or you finally gotten to a actual physical level to where you have the strength to do handstand push-ups. This is going to be the WOD for you to go ahead and test them out in, right? So it's going to be a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 handstand push-ups, and then in between each round of those you're going to do then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 30 American kettlebell swings. So the American kettlebell swings, right, if you have handstand push-ups, you should be looking to do the American kettlebell swings unbroken as quickly as possible, because the total volume of handstand push-ups that are happening are not very much. It's more of a sprint. And if you think you look at this and you can go ahead and get this done sub 5 minutes, you need to go ahead, you need to go to a strict handstand push-up. Then if you look at the reps and say, oh, well, hold it, I don't know if I can do that volume of strict handstand push-ups and still be under about around 15 minutes, 10 minutes, then you need to pump the brakes and decide, okay, cool, I'm gonna find something in between. Rather than doing just really fast kipping or just struggling and going way too slow on strict, make the handstand push-ups kipping deficit. So go ahead and add 10-pound plates, 15-pound plates, maybe 2 sets of plates on there to where all of a sudden you're pressing through a longer range of motion. That is an easy scale if you're in between kipping handstand push-ups and strict, or you have a muscular endurance issue of strict handstand push-ups. So guys, I hope that kind of gives you my framework and my thought about the workout. Really what I want you guys to do is kind of get the handstand push-up work in. Now, if you don't have handstand push-ups and you don't have the ability to go ahead and get upside down and get reps in, all I want you to do is think about taking the reps of the handstand push-ups and go ahead and adding 4 reps to every set and do pike push-ups, or go ahead and do heavy dumbbell push press, right? Try to do strict press for as long as you can, but if you need to start using the legs a little bit, go ahead and do that, right? We're just trying to get time under tension, pressing vertically overhead in a unilateral way. Believe it or not, a handstand push-up is it's closer to a unilateral movement of pressing than there is with the barbell. Right? We understand the hands are on the ground, but just because we're upside down, proprioception tends to go out the window, you end up having an issue of midline stabilization, and with that, meaning that sometimes it's hard to actually have the connectivity of actually pressing through both arms evenly, right? So it turns into a little bit of a unilateral movement. Guys, that's going to be the workout. Before that, you're just going to do some toes to bar work and some check pull. The check pull is going to be a new movement. We'll go ahead and I'll make sure coaches knows what those are. You're going to be using the ropes. They are a little frayed. We're going to be there's no safety issue with the ropes. You're going to be climbing up the ropes. You're just going to use the ropes to pull on, and we are going to be ordering some new ropes within the next week or two. So with that, that's my thought for the programming, guys. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about what's happening behind the scenes. Gosh, so many things. A lot of people have been seeing that there's been a lot of either paint cutting or testing out new colors. We've been putting some handstand push-up boards. I just think in general, we're trying to go ahead and we've gotten a lot of equipment lately over the last year, but we haven't done a ton of sprucing up the general space, right? The space has kind of felt like it's been spruced up because we've got new equipment, we've reorganized, we did a big move and took a wall out in the front, but we haven't really spruced it up. So we're going to be looking to actually be painting and going ahead and give the whole gym a new can of paint and go ahead and do some deep cleaning. We're going to be doing the majority of this work on Saturday after Team WOD. So go ahead, look out for an email that will be going out or a text blast. If you want to be a part of that and go ahead and just kind of help us out, feel free to come on by and stay on after Team WOD. And we're just gonna go ahead, do some painting, move some equipment around, do some cleaning as well. So if you wanna help us out, feel free to. Let's see, right? And a lot of this is, we were planning on doing it as well. This is kind of funny, but the open house wasn't exactly planned to happen this next week on the 1st. Amy and I thought we had a few extra weeks, so this is also a little bit of a crunch time where we're like, oh shoot, well we have a bunch of paint splots now. I guess we have to get this work done ASAP before the 1st. So if you want to help us out, awesome. If not, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Right? It should be super fun. Go ahead and start mentally prepping yourself for this very special week. At CrossFit Deliverance, we don't do Murph on Memorial Day, not because I don't like Murph as a workout. I think it's a very symbolic and important workout, but I like it to where most people, if they do Murph, they don't show up for the rest of the week because it just blows them out. So what we do is we do a week of hero workouts, and I've chosen the hero workouts to where they're still hard, but we've organized them such a way to where if you still come 5 days a week going into next week, you should be able to walk out probably a little more sore, right, than normally, but you're not going to feel like a single muscle group or a single modality was beaten to death and overtrained. So with that, guys, go ahead, remember, be relentless in everything that you do. Stretch yourself on the handstand push-ups in this workout. Right, of course, if you feel any compression through the spine, go ahead and call it good. Grab a pair of dumbbells, and then guys, enjoy the weekend, and it's going to be beautiful. So remember, try to keep your water bottle on you, and try to keep your consumption to adult beverages, or kind of what your splurge is, to something that's reasonable and helps you go and get positive momentum to the goal that you want. We'll see you guys.